Now this is a quick screencast on Twitter lists, and I think they're one of the most powerful tools within Twitter, particularly if you're using your Twitter account both personally and professionally. So really good way of managing your account so that you keep your work and private things separate. Here you can see I'm following 986 people, so that's nearly 1,000 people. If you imagine I put all those people in a room together and they were all talking at the same time, it would be a really noisy place. So this is effectively what's happening here. All these people I'm following here are all dropping in their tweets, their comments, and the conversation is going on here. And it's a really kind of like difficult place to listen in at the conversation sometimes, because it can get very noisy, particularly when there's peak traffic times on Twitter. So, you know, particularly busy times, what I want to do is I want to kind of hone in and filter out the rest of the noise. So what I do is if you click on me, which is at the top, it takes you to your main page. Now, anybody's account that you click on, this is what you'll see. You'll see the profile there. You'll see the tweets, all the tweets they've ever written, the people they're following, their followers, the tweets they favorited, and lists. So if you just go ahead and click on lists, you might be surprised when you look on your own. You might see here subscribe to. If you've never used this, then this will be empty, so there won't be any lists you've created like I have here. But if you click on member of, these are other people who have added you to lists. So I've been added to lists on journalists, transmedia, social media. Oh, there we are, people who are ace, that's quite a nice one to be on. Social types, tech, traditional media, and so on and so forth. The lists kind of go on and on you. So people have added me to these lists so that they know what kind of conversations are going on and how easy it is to find them. So go ahead, have a quick little go on yours. You might find that you have been added to lists without even realizing it. So if you go to the ones I'm subscribed to, so these are ones, you can see my avatar here, so you can see the ones, and it says by MMEs. These are the ones that I've created, but you'll see that a lot of them have locks next to them. These little padlocks here mean that these are private lists, only to me, only visible when you're logged in as me to my account. So if any of you go to my account, you'll only see 5 of these, and you won't see any of the ones with padlocks. You'll see Welsh in London, Cymraeg in Llundain, which are Welsh speakers in London. And these are lists I created at the time of the London riots, because I wasn't interested in all the rest of the conversation going on. I just wanted to find Welsh speakers and Welsh living in London who I knew then I could ask for interview for the programs I was working on at the time. So if you want to go ahead and create your own list, you just go to list, create list, and you create list name, description, and this is really important whether you choose public or private. If it's a public list, then everybody will be able to go to your lists and see what lists you've created, what you've called them, who you've put on them, and also the people you add to the list will get a notification saying you've created a list, what you've called it, and who you've put on there. So you know, please be careful what you call the list. I am aware of somebody that named a list boring old farts but important. I follow them and made it public, so everybody on that list knew that they'd done it, so there were red faces all round. If you do want to keep a list private, then just click on private there, and nobody will know that that list exists apart from you. So it's a really good way of sort of managing your contacts and your lists. So when you've created lists, you can go ahead and add people to them. So if I wanted to sort out, for example, if I go back to home, and I can see here, there we are. So for example, let's find, let's go to Glyn's account here. If I then click on, you'll see this little like a head and shoulders silhouette shot, and there is add or remove from lists, and then it gives you the options of all the lists that you've created. Now you can't create any more than 20 lists, however you can piggyback off other people's lists. So I could go ahead and add Glyn to social media and Welsh business, if I can find my Welsh business list here. Oh, it's here somewhere. There we are, Welsh business, and that's it. So you don't need to do anything else, you just click and tick and they're in the box there. So next time I want to go and find Glyn, I know if I go to me and if it loads into my lists, then it's a really useful way of finding him. I know where he's going to be, so he's in my social media list there. So if I go there, so this conversation is only people to do with social media having a conversation, so it filters out the rest of the noise right across Twitter. So go ahead and have a play, and I hope you enjoy it.